Hey guys, today we'll be reviewing this gorgeous 2021 Mercedes-Benz S500L Grand Edition Executive. It's obviously quite a long name again. I've already reviewed one of these in S560EL form, so the top trim level engine. And yeah, this is basically a facelift double 222 chassis S-Class. With Grand Edition Exec basically being the final rollout launch sort of edition of facelift car, which is quite nice. You also had the rear the Grand Edition Luxe Lounge, which is slightly higher specification than Executive, but Executive is basically at the pinnacle trim level of S-Class range, which is quite nice. 21 plate, obviously quite a late one, and you've got the Mercedes-Benz three-pointed star at the front here, the roundel, the hood ornament, and you've got the Distronic clear grille here at the front with your surround camera being integrated quite cleanly in there, which is actually hidden. And you've got multi-beam LED front headlights with 3 individual beams, LED main lamp, and the LED DRLs, which is quite nice. You've got a lot of chrome around the car. Grand Edition Exec. Grand Edition trim level specifically gives you these 20-inch 10-spoke diamond turned gloss black alloys. You've also got Grand Edition wing badges here as well, which is quite nice. And yeah, in terms of condition, it's absolutely immaculate. The car, for the mileage of the car, I'm even shocked to find that there's barely any stone chips. I think you might find one odd stone chip on my car, but it is in absolutely pristine condition. It's been ceramic coated as well, so water just beads off when you clean it. And yeah, the Grand Edition also gives you electric panoramic dual pane glass sunroof, along with a 360-degree camera, like I said, soft closing aid for the doors, the 20-inch wheels, and active multi-contour ventilated front seats. So these are massage many way adjustable seats. I'll explain later. And yeah, you've got Stardust style rear headlamps with the three components of the headlamp system, which indicates it's an S-Class. And you've got S500 badging, not even L, it's not even Grand Edition Exec. You don't really, it's very understated. You don't really have loads of badges everywhere. You've got some chrome exhaust pipes and trim, chrome scuff plate as well, kick plate. You've got Gardex protection kit as well, which comes with a car, which is nice. Like I said, 2 owners, full Merc history as well. Main dealer, it's been serviced relatively recently ago, and it is in just absolutely wonderful condition. It's probably one of the cleanest looking cars I've ever seen. You've also got sort of a thermal insulating glass on the back, or acoustic laminated, which is nice. All windows, you've got surround acoustic laminated windows as well, which is nice. Keyless entry, as you'd expect on an S-Class, and the long wheelbase having the longer rear door, which is quite nice. Got some nice Dunlop Sport Maxes, which are almost brand new. On the interior here, the Grand Edition comes standard with Nappa leather. In this case, we've got the Silk Beige over espresso brown dash line here, which is quite nice. And yeah, it's absolutely stunning. You've got cream piping along the seat, cream stitching, and espresso brown dashboard as well, along with the belt line going all the way across the car. But yeah, let's just moving on to inside now. So being the executive pack on the Grand Edition, this is an additional feature to the regular Grand Edition car. This is a £5,000 option, which effectively gives you 8-way electrically adjustable rear seats with 37-degree back angle reclining, which is quite nice. Heated, and not only that, ventilated rear seats, which is quite nice. 3-set memory for both the driver and passenger, and also on the passenger side you can actually control the front passenger seat and move it forward for even more legroom, even though the long wheelbase already comes with substantial legroom, which is quite nice. The Executive also comes with Thermotronic climate control, which gives you 4-zone climate control with individual temperature adjustment at the back and flow direction, which is quite nice. And you've also got 2 USB type 2 ports. You've also got this extendable center console in the middle here, which has these 2 cup holders basically, which can be pressed down and then raised back up off a click of a button, and some storage inside. And yeah, very nice. Some storage in here as well, and the middle headrest actually goes up and down with this electronic actuated button here. You've also got rear pillows on the Executive as well, having the reclining seats. They do really go back quite far, and you've got Burmester speakers. The Executive pack also gives you rear roller blinds which is quite nice. It gives you roller blinds for both side windows, going along the main window and the rear quarter as well. And you can also close and open the electric rear sunroof sunblind, which is nice, and also deploy the rear actuated electric blind as well, which is quite nice. Long wheelbase also comes standard with vanity mirrors in the back, so you've got LED illuminated vanity mirrors, so you can have a look at yourself. But yeah, obviously very nice. It is lovely. You've got some LED lights in the back here as well, reading lamps, and just very luxurious. You know, it is very high quality. You've got Nappa leather everywhere, even on the top belt lines, decent quality leather, with full Nappa going across the belt line and the dashboard. Everything is stitched and high quality. Even at the bottom of the door is plastic leather. It's not full on plastic, so you know, it is nice. You've also got the vents on the back of the seats here for the front seat ventilation, which is quite nice. And moving on to the front here, like I said, on the Grande Dish, you've got soft closed front and rear doors with the bouteilled soft closing, which is really nice. And obviously the electric tilt and slide panoramic sunroof, which at a flick of a key you can open all the windows from and raise that sunroof, which is pretty cold looking. It's really nice, does look really cool when it's open, and slides all the way full length, which is really nice. You've also got, like I said, double glazed front and rear windows, which is really nice. And you've got AMG floor mats, rubber studded aluminium pedals. And start up, you just click this button. Obviously what powers this car is a 3-litre straight 6 Merc derived engine, Merc engineered engine, which has a mild hybrid electric motor. It's not like a half AMG derived motor, it's just a normal, I think it's just a normal 3-litre, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, very nice. You've got the driver assistance pack, which gives you adaptive cruise control with the following distance buttons here, and your steering assist here, which is basically like self-driving on a motorway. And you've got lane keeping. To turn that off you have to hold the button though. And yeah, it basically drives itself on the motorway, and if there's a speed limit change it will adapt. It has adaptive speed distance as well. And you've got electric rear blind control here as well to put up the rear blind, which is nice. And yeah, like I said, the electric tilt and slide sunroof, which to activate the rear blind you just press this button, and to activate this blind you just toggle again on the sunroof and the main sunroof button, which is quite nice. You've got a full silk beige steering wheel here. Obviously the interior choices of this car was either porcelain with black dash or silk beige with brown or black leather, which I find a bit boring really. Black leather, it's not very nice. It's all right, but I do like the cream. It's definitely a lot nicer. You've got heated and ventilated front seats on the Grand Edition trim, along with, like I said, the active multi-contour massaging seats. This gives you 24 electric adjustable seats. Well, you've got 16-way electric adjustment and you've got 8-way pneumatic. So you've got 16-way, you've got 8-way electric, 2-way cushion extension, and 4-way electrically adjustable front headrests. The rear headrests are 2-way. These go up and down and are telescopic, and they're also winged as well, so you can actually put them in and out, which is quite nice for a more luxurious feel. But yeah, very nice. Obviously you've got massaging for both the driver and passenger with activating and classic massage. I like classic. Mobilizing's nice as well, but it's more, feels like more for an exercise. You've got dynamic seat bolsters. These inflate and deflate when you're in sport mode and go round corners, which is quite good. You've got 4-way pneumatic lumbar support, 2-way upper shoulder articulation. So basically this increases this like area here. It extends it out. It's a bit hard to see on camera, but yeah, that thing pumps up and it just gives you a bit of a upper shoulder support basically, which is quite interesting. You've got the side bolsters, which you can just have level 1 or 10, so you can have the dynamic seat off and the side bolsters inflated, but dynamic seat is like, they're not inflated, but like I said, when you go around corners and stuff, level 1 and 2 it depends on how aggressively it inflates up. But yeah, very nice. 24-way electric, it's very lovely. You've got the pretty up-to-date command system. It's not the MBUX system, it's just a system before it, which is, I think, was NT7. You've got radio, telephone. You've got Airmatic dual mode air suspension, which has got variable damping. It is just such a smooth ride on these, it's unbelievable. You've also got a 360-degree parking camera with remote parking assist as well, which is very nice. You've got curb view as well, and you've got this button which actually raises and lowers the headrests. They're already lowered, but yeah, just so you can see out the back easier. You've got wireless phone charging in the middle here with 2 USB ports with smartphone integration, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, SD card slots, and you've got the revolving center console, which can obviously be opened from both sides. You've got storage in the middle here. All Grand Editions come standard with black ash wood matte unveneered finish, which is quite nice. It does look very lovely. It's very luxurious and pairs nicely with the espresso brown and silk beige. And yeah, you've got this center console here with a 12-volt socket. You're meant to put the key there so it reads it, but it doesn't really matter. You've got cup holders which can come in and out as well, which is quite nice. And yeah, overall just very luxurious. And you've got some storage here. Just very nice double bonded facelift screen with a slightly cooler dash. I've got the sport mode on, so yeah, you've got the mild hybrid system with your EQ charge bar here, which just lets you know if a hybrid system's regaining any battery or not. You've got comfort and eco. I like driving in comfort. You've also got blind spot assist standard on the driver assistance pack models, and the Grand Edition comes with a Burmester surround sound system of 590 watts and 13 speakers. You've also got standard on the Grand Edition model air balance pack, which gives you this scented air freshener cartridge in the glove box, so it sprays perfume. Does smell quite nice. This one smells sort of like a man's oud. But yeah, very nice. It also goes on the climate system here, and you've got ENERGIZING Comfort, which basically when yeah, you can sort of have, I don't know if it'll close the blinds. Unlike the BMs, you have this sort of system, and it like changes the air conditioning, and yeah, you'll see it sort of does various things, and might play some music. But yeah, very nice, obviously. And yeah, I think that's mainly most of the stuff to do with the car in terms of that. You've got traffic sign assist, so you've got speed limit display basically, and like I said, blind spot assist with your different seat functions on there. And you've got your 64 colour ambient lighting system with surround lighting all around the car with the courtesy lamps, which is quite nice. And yeah, you can change your brightness zones and stuff. It is, yeah, obviously really lovely. It's very luxurious, and you've got the touchpad here with the original scroll wheel, and this sort of barreled or yeah, sort of very interesting looking start-stop button on the facelift cars. Sort of looks like out of James Bond movie intro, which is quite funny. But yeah, just absolutely lovely. When the roof's closed and everything, it is quite does feel quite dark, and when you want it to be light, you can sort of, with the light coloured cars, you can control it, you can have it dark or light. But with black coloured cars, it's difficult to sort of let light in. The sunroof does help, but yeah, got electric folded mirrors as you'd expect, gloss black window surrounds there with a chrome window trim as well. Moving on to bonnet. Underneath the bonnet we have a turbocharged straight 6 3-litre petrol engine with the 48-volt electric supercharger, or mild hybrid technology as it's most known as, with 435 brake horsepower. So it's quite a potent engine, obviously. It's a bit of a bigger bump over the standard 367 out of the S450, and a little bit less than the S580's 480. So it's somewhere in the middle, you know. It is relatively potent, a lot quicker than the diesel 2.9s with only 286 horsepower. So yeah, 435 is definitely more than enough, and the mild hybrid does help with initial torque. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll do a test drive now. Hey guys, they'll be test driving the S500 long wheelbase. So yeah, obviously I've test driven an S580 before, and it was very potent. It'll be interesting to see what this drives like, obviously in sport mode. As usual, I do like this good old sport mode. It is definitely a lovely little ride with variable damping, the Airmatic these come with. It's an absolutely unparalleled ride. It really is just insane. It is just absolutely brilliant to drive. I don't think the 7 Series drive as good as these. They do drive pretty good, but you have to have Executive Drive Pro suspension to beat this. But yeah, it is really nice. Obviously it is quite a long car, so it is a little bit, you know, interesting to park it, but with all the, you know, technical features and the 360 camera and stuff, it is relatively... Oh, just went around my corner and this bolster inflated. Yeah, as I said earlier, these come with dynamic seats. It's come with an active multi-contour pack, which gives you dynamic seat bolsters. So when you set that to level 2, when you go around any corner or it senses steering wheel movement, depending on which side, the bolster will inflate and bolster you in on the sport mode and stuff. I mean, it's quite good actually. You know, if you want to have a bit of fun, it isn't, you know, it isn't a sports car. It's not an AMG or anything, but it is like just a really smooth ride, and it is powerful at the same time. It blends like sportiness with absolute subliminal luxury. It is just a brilliant car. Yeah, brakes definitely pack a punch, being cross-drilled. Merc definitely don't cheap out. They give you like pretty much the whole package. It is really nice, you know. But yeah, it is, yeah, just absolutely wonderful, and really a real dream to drive. You know, you've got that instant torque and quite a lot of kick. I think you've got the 9, is it a 9 Distronic? 8 gears, 9 gears, yeah, 9 Distronic gearbox. So yeah, it is definitely a very smooth ride, and it's very potent with the sport dials and the EQ boost. The mild hybrid system on these is pretty good. Same on the Audis as well. It is a very potent system for 48-volt supercharger, and it does offer very good ride comfort. I do normally like to have lane keeping and stuff off. I don't mind blind spot. Lane keeping is my main issue for safety features. Adaptive cruise is very good. It's brilliant on this car. Considering it's 2021, it's not insanely technical. You know, it is very impressive that it's got that technology there. I'd expect that on like a brand new car almost, and not on a 4-year-old car. But yeah, having full Merc history, it's definitely a lovely example. I don't think you'll find a better example. Blue or cream. I absolutely love this blue. I think it's one of the best colours. But yeah, the bolsters just keep inflating. It is very nice, very well built car. Very good build quality as well. You know, nothing rattles or creaks. Everything is really high quality, as you'd expect on a prop car at this price point. Forgot to mention, it's about 95 new. The other one I reviewed was about 105, I think, 110. Because obviously the battery's quite big on the S580. It does weigh down the car a little. Yeah, just driving it again. Very smooth. Like I said, bolsters keep inflating every time I go around a corner, and you just have a absolutely subliminal ride comfort. These are about 95 grand new. And yeah, the other one I reviewed, the S560, it's about 105, 110. So obviously a bigger battery is does provide a higher cost and command that, but it again does make the car slightly heavier by you know, having that battery pack, and it does raise a boot. I think you have a little bit less boot space, to be honest. But yeah, this has, you know, it's a bit of a hybrid of the base car and the top trim, compromising by having a 48-volt mild hybrid supercharger, which is relatively light. Superchargers are quite light, but it does pack quite a lot of punch, like instantaneous torque. After that, it's not as effective because you've got the 3-litre turbo straight 6 doing all the work, but the 48-volt motor does do, you do feel it. It is very noticeable despite not giving you a lot of horsepower. It's mainly the torque which it provides, which is quite nice. But yeah, it's an absolutely lovely ride comfort. Like I said, Airmatic dual mode. You've got the build quality is absolutely subliminal. You've got the espresso brown dashboards with just stitched leather everywhere. There's no creaks or rattles. I absolutely love the screen design they do on these. I think it's the best out of in terms of Audi and BMW. I think it's a very lovely interior, and the buttons, it's nice to have all the physical buttons, you know, just literally here to hand. I mean, obviously you will get some technical stuff going on where, you know, you've got the pneumatic controls off a seat. Yeah, you've got pneumatic controls off a seat on the screen, but most of the basic electric functions on here, which you'll pretty much need to hand, you know, the electric headrest and the thigh So obviously you've got the engine data here with your sports gauges on the middle screen, which you can pull up with your horsepower and Newton meter gauge, your oil temp and your battery charge. So, you know, as you can see, the temperature's at 50% basically, where it should be. So yeah, very nice. The back seats are just absolutely gorgeous with the pillows and reclining. Definitely is a huge upgrade over the standard car. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.